Ronito Challenges. We're at Clifty Creek Park at a skate park here. Today I'm going to teach you how to do the Superflip pattern on every single twisty puzzle you can think of. So now I'm going to explain to you what is a Superflip with this. So a Superflip is basically every single edge on a cube is flipped. So like this edge is flipped, this edge is flipped, every single edge is flipped. But all the corners are on the same spot. So that's what a Superflip is. It's basically when every single edge is flipped on a cube. Not even one. So let's go straight into the video. So first we're going to start with 3x3. So you hold it at every single angle and then do M prime, U prime. And then just repeat that 4 times. I did it once, now twice, 3 times, and then 4 times. And then you do X, Y, and do the same thing. M prime, U prime 4 times. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And then just do X, Y. And X means you're rotating cubing, so you face the color that's on the bottom. And then Y is basically facing the one that's on the right. So then you do M prime, U prime 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's the Superflip pattern on the 3x3. So to undo that pattern, all you do is do the same thing. M prime, U prime 4 times, X, Y. M prime, U prime 4 times, X, Y. M prime, U prime, M prime, U prime 4 times. So that's how you do the Superflip pattern on the 3x3. And next we're moving on to 4x.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to 4x4, but it's scrambled, so I'll just solve it and let's go to it. So I'm gonna solve this as I can. Okay, so now that I've solved 4x4, and 4x4 is an even numbered cube. So it's basically the same thing for an even numbered cube. You do a wide M like this, and then you do a U prime. And so it's basically the same thing, M prime, wide M prime, U prime, then wide M prime, U prime 4 times, X, Y, wide M prime, U prime 4 times, X, Y, wide M prime, U prime 4 times. Then that's the Superflip pattern. So you might think it's the same thing, except you do 3 wide layer moves on the 5 by 5, but no, there's a cooler way to make it look cooler. So the same thing applies to 4 by 4 and 3 by 3. You just do the same exact thing, and that'll solve it. So moving on to 5 by 5.
Solve that from there.
Okay. So you basically do the same exact thing. Y m prime u prime 4 times x y. Y m prime 4 times. Y m prime u prime 4 times. And then we solved it. So moving on to 5 by 5. So there's 2 types of moves you can do on outer layers and inner layers. So you kind of have to mix and match with them. So you do a wide M, an inner M, and then an outer U prime. So X, Y, wide M, outer U prime, and then X, Y, wide 3, and then U prime. And then we've made it, and you can do something other. So you do a skinny M prime, and then outer U prime. So I did it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, X, Y, and then do the same exact thing. Inner M prime, and then outer U prime. M prime, U prime, M prime, U prime, M prime, U prime. And then, yeah, X, Y, and then, yeah, do the same thing. So then, to do that, you do the same exact thing, but instead of starting with like a skinny U prime and wide M prime, you start with skinny M prime and wide U prime. So that'll look like this. 4 times, X, Y. 4 times, X, Y. 4 times, and then you're back to this, and then M prime, U prime, 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 X, Y, M prime, U prime, M prime, U prime, M prime, U prime, M prime, U prime. So that's it for 5 by 5, and moving on to Pyraminx. So for Pyraminx, it's so easy. Sometimes people don't even like it. So you basically do R, L prime, U 3 times. So I did 1 time, R, L prime, U. I did 2 times, then R, L prime, U. So that's it. That's basically it. So, but there is some customization things you can do on this. There are 2 options. So you can move each tip at one direction. So I'll do U, 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 and then U. And then this is starting to look a little bit cooler. But instead of doing that, we can also move the centers around. And how you do that is put the center you want to change on the top, and do R, U, R prime, U. And then do that one more time, R, U, R prime, U. So that should have put it in the, still put the edges in the right spot, but move the centers around. So you move to the next center, put it on the top, and then just do R, U, R prime, U 2 times. Move to the next center, do R, U, R prime, U, R, U, R prime, U 2 times. and then move on to the left side and do RU or prime U, RU or prime U. So now you have this cool pattern where there's like this bar on each side. So you basically do the same thing. So to move the centers back, you have to RU or prime U 4 times, but you can do RU prime U prime or prime U prime. So it's just change the direction of U's, and you have to do that 2 times. R U prime R prime U prime, R U prime R prime U prime. So do it in the next center. R U prime R prime U prime, R U prime R prime U prime. Do it into this center. R U prime R prime U prime, R U prime R prime U prime. Do it into left center. R U prime R prime U prime, R U prime R prime U prime. So now you're back to this, and then you do R L prime U 3 times as usual. R L prime U, R L prime U. And then for finally, we're gonna do the Megaminx. So the last cube. So Megaminx is kind of a weird cube to do this Superflip on, because so far the algorithm just like scrambling it up and solving it into the Superflip. But if you do R, U, R prime F, and I recommend practicing these set of moves. And so if you do R, U, R prime F 7 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll realize it moved 8, it flipped 8 edges around the cube. But it isn't easy and like 3 by 3 to do that all around the cube. So I created a special way. So just do RU prime F 7 times. So, I can't move it. So you choose 2 opposite sides, like gray and white, green, light green, blue, light blue, just 2 opposite colors. And then we're gonna do it around like the middle and turning it like this. So you're gonna hold it like this, so it's like this, and then turn it like this. And this is where you have to pay attention. You have to turn it like that to like get it to like these 2 sides. And then you turn it and then keep on doing it on each single time. And then you basically do it. So starting with this one, I'll just do, and there are some setup moves. And there's some setup moves to like get every single edge on the cube. Those setup moves are R2 prime, L prime. So we're just gonna do R2 prime, L prime, and then just do RU, R prime F 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just undo the setup moves. L, R2. Okay, so rotate, and then do the setup moves. R2 prime, L prime, and then just do RU, R prime F, 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 RU, R prime F. So then undo the setup moves. R2, L, and then just rotate. Do R2 prime, L prime, and then just do RU or prime F, 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 RU or prime F. And do the set of moves R2, L, and then rotate, and then do the set of moves R2 prime, L prime, and then just do RU or prime F, 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 U or prime F. And just do R2 L. Then rotate, do R2 prime, L prime, and then just do RU or prime F, 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 U or prime F. Undo the set of moves R2 L, and you have the Megaminx Superflip pattern, and you do the same exact thing to do the to undo the setup. So now I'm going to explain to you what is a superflip with this. So a superflip is basically every single edge on a cube is flipped. So like this edge is flipped, this edge is flipped, every single edge is flipped. But all the corners are on the same spot. So that's what a superflip is. It's basically when every single edge is flipped on a cube. Not even one is not done.
Can you don't solve that? Can you keep here? Can you take the other things and do a superflip on the other?
Okay.
Yeah. Show that. This is for 3 cross 3.
This is for 3 by 3. This is for 3 by 3. This is for 4 by 4.
I've never met Nice Mom. I met him. Yes. He was only there for like 20 minutes. And if I'm not shooting, would skate for a minute, go out to his car and get on his phone. I'm like, oh my.
This is for 5 by 5. This is for 5 by 5.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And this is for Pyraminx. So if you like that video, subscribe. Hold on. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button to not miss any uploads, and see you later. Bye.